Hi, welcome to Arty Crafty Alchemy. Today I am sharing with you the Ladylike collection. I'm the Arty Crafty Alchemist. Let's get started. I managed to snag one of these, and you can't often do it, but when they had one of their 50% off sales, I was lucky enough to be able to get the whole collection, so I did. Now my box is a little beat up. This is not how it came. The box was in the bottom of my Kaisercraft box like that, so I was like, where's my Ladylike collection, until I realised that it had a false bottom and the Ladylike collection actually came in this box. And I'm a little mad that I managed to scuff it up so much because I had planned to keep it all together like this, but that's okay. I need new scratching panels for my cat. He likes to scratch boxes, so there's two big pieces on that would make nice bits to put on the floor for her to scratch, so she's not scratching all my good stuff. In the kit you get the curios, the collectibles, which I've bought extra of course, the Ladylike stamp set, which has lots of lace, the cluster of flowers, the butterfly, do all things with love, and the doily and key. The wood flourishes, there's a butterfly, a keyhole, clock, rose, postcard, more butterflies and frames. 35 pieces in that one. The paper pad, the sticker book, and the papers. Now these papers are the ones that are not in the kit. First there is Evelyn, and it has the cutter parts. I haven't been able to snag more of the cutter parts, I don't think. Unless I had them in another order and I've put them away, but I really don't think I could grab these. These sold out pretty quickly. I'm hoping they restock them the next time I'm inclined to do an order. I'm trying to only buy the collections that I really like, and they haven't had a lot I've liked lately. This is Mabel. All we need is each other, and then we've got these strips. And we have Patsy with the lacy type pattern with the newsprint background, and then we have some more cutter parts. I'm thinking of trying this in my scan and cut and seeing if it will cut around these pieces. It will be interesting to see. You get the full paper kit, which has two of every paper. This one is called Rose. The front is the beautiful roses. The back is the polka dots. Then we get Pearl. We have stressed walls, newspaper, lace, and all sorts of things. And then on the back we have a script. The strip says some friendships are timeless. Strip on this one said dream until your dreams come true. This lacy one is called Jessica, and on the back is half wallpaper, half distressed newsprint and wall by the looks of it, or floor. Love lets us see ordinary things in an extraordinary way. Then there is Elsie, beautiful cluster in the corner, some lace up the top, some of these doilies. Then on the back there is this circular type design. Live for the moments you can't put into words is the banner. And there is Rosebuds, Dolores, and on the back there is, it looks like a fabric overlaid with paint and some newsprint. You are the best thing I never knew I needed is the banner. Lastly there is Gertrude, and that is a florally wallpapery type design. On the back is a flower, flourish, words, peeling paint, looks like roof scroll work or something like that up the top. Secret to having it all is believing you already do. Then the sticker sheet has the alphabet. Where there is love, there is family. This is one big strip, so if you wanted to use it separately you would need to chop them apart, but you could use every single element of this as its own piece. 2 butterflies, 2 tickets. These are the moments and enjoy the simple things in life. Always choose happy. Scroll work strip, a lacy type strip, a ruler, spots, floral, and this scrolly type pattern. That is the paper kit. I will grab the sticker book. This sticker book, I'm not sure about the others because this is the first one I've bought in a while, but they've changed the way it is set out. You go through one set of the stickers and then the other is behind instead of going 2 by 2. Roses, butterflies, clock, family, love, friends, some keys, some clocks. Strips go the full length, which means I should be able to use them in my planner. I'm filming this right before I do my planner because I want to use this in my planner today. All of my days are filled with love because of you. Dots, keep memories close to your heart. The strips, making life together is our greatest adventure. Roses, family, where life begins and love never ends. Wallpaper, time is a gift that we must always cherish. The beautiful floral roses, although they are a little bit paler than the actual paper. You are the best thing I never knew I needed. Live for the moments you can't put into words. Family, friends, full heart. And that repeats. The little moments in life can make the best memories. Beautiful roses. Always choose happy. You are my forever. You are the best. All we need is each other. There is nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. Do all things with love. You and me. Circles with different pictures. Every day is a true blessing. It's the little things in life. Some banners. So thankful you and me are together. And then some more flags down the bottom. These cool shapes. You are the light in my life. Some friendships are timeless. These are the moments that we live for. The beautiful clock, some birds, some butterflies. Family, love, friends, you and me on a tag strip and some more strips. These ones have been cut so that you get the pretty edge. Mine hasn't cut all the way to the end on that side, so I'll have to trim that one off. There we go. That way you can see it. Both of them are like that. I'm not sure if the other one was. Let's have a look. That is a straight edge, that one. Alphabet, numbers, believe, I love you forever, our family, our blessings, moments together, blessed. We have some circles with icons, some tabs, and just some little boxes to write in. And back to the start. And to the paper pad, many are the same as in the kit, but some have extra treatments. There is this nice distress page again, the script. Floral has the spot varnish on it. Is the camera picking that up? I'll bring the light closer so we can see. There we go, a little. It's not the whole flower, it's just on the darkest portions of the flower that it has the spot varnish. And on the darkest portions of the leaves as well. The doily type patterns, florally wallpaper. The spots are spot varnished as well. Distressed floral corner again. The pink fabric and print. The rosebuds are spot varnished. And there is the one with the flower in the corner. The stripes. The grey and black is spot varnished, except the spot varnish. I think the spot varnish is a little off. It's making my eyes feel weird. So if it makes your eyes feel weird, it's the spot varnish being slightly misaligned, not your eyes. Then there is this taupe type colour that is not in any of the papers that I'm aware of, unless there's a paper I don't have. And this newsprint, which I didn't see on anything. Or this design, which is spot varnished. There is the lace pattern. And here is another that wasn't in the pack, the wood panels. Smaller cut aparts are varnished. Again, I'll see if my scan and cut will cut them out. And the die cut pages. Thank you for everything, best wishes. Some friendships are timeless, thinking of you. Clock and the rose and the key, sending all my love. Love you. Then there is the scallops, strips, and little tabs as well. Insides of these punch out. When you love what you have everything you need. And then it says together at the bottom. Best wishes on your special day. Happy birthday. Wishing you the happiest of days. Congratulations. And tags just for you and some plain florals. Tabs, congrats, blessed, celebrate. It's the best day. Thinking of you, love you. With love, just for you, thinking of you. Thank you. Lots of things that can be used to make cards. And then there is the die cut. So I guess we should look at them as well. He is into house. Here you go. I gotta do this bit. While I sort through these, I'm actually going to put them into two piles. Those that I can use in my planner and those that I'll just put away for cards. Hello, florals, butterfly key, floral, rosebud, roses, different size roses and a rosebud, another rosebud with a stem and a leaf, a key, a lock, a bird, padlock, leaves, a great day, padlock. These are moments we can't put into words. It's the little things in life are the best thing I never knew I needed. Together, butterflies which are joined together and I will probably cut apart to use separately to make my dash go further. A sketchy flower on pink, a tag, some friendships are timeless, life is better with you, a clock, bigger clock, some labels, roses. Again, I really don't like these joining pieces in the middle, so I will cut them apart. This is the beginning of something amazing, a doily edge type piece. You make life more beautiful, such a perfect day, tag. I like to tuck these behind things so that you can pull them out. Tickets. Best memories, you and me, friends for a lifetime. I will probably cut them apart too. Sometimes I leave them together, sometimes I cut them apart, but I think they will be better utilised separately. Love you. All we need is each other. a butterfly tag, scroll work, a ruler, little doily, and a bigger doily. That is what I have of the Ladylike collection. I do have a few extra pieces of some of the pages that I could get my hands on. The image cut aparts for a start, the rosebuds and the big florals. It's been a 2-minute break for you, but like a 3-month break for me since I filmed the intro section showing all the items in the Ladylike collection. I've had some mojo problems. I couldn't get in the flow of making stuff. So it's taken me a while, and I'll share a tip a bit later on how I got my card mojo going again. These first set of cards I made in a live video that I'll link below, but I thought I would share them in this video again so that if you are interested you can go and see how they were made. Firstly, we have the beautiful rose cluster, and these are the moments we can't put into words. Live for the moments you can't put into words with the butterfly. I made some flowers. I have one out to show you how I made this one. A congratulations card. I thought that would be nice for a wedding with some distressed edges. I used the little postcard and a flower on this. I haven't added sentiment, but it has family where life begins and love never ends. A lot of these I had in mind to put in the cottage for Mother's Day and to take to the market for Mother's Day, but everything shut down because of COVID, so I didn't get a chance to do that. Do all things with love. That stamp and that stamp are from the collection stamps. I will love you always. And I stuck one of the little curios on top of the flower instead of making a proper centre. These are the moments that we live for, and I used one of the wreaths from Kaisercraft. And so together they built a life they loved. It's the little things in life. I'm not happy with that colour. I might see if I can change that. It came out a lot darker than I anticipated and totally the wrong tone, so I need to see if I can get that off. Probably with a cotton tip and a little bit of rubbing alcohol I might be able to get that off. And then I did this inlay bouquet, which is raised up on 3 pieces of cardstock. Did lose one of the little pieces because it took me so long to build it from the time I designed it, but you can barely notice it. Wishing you the happiest of days. They are the ones I have already made, and now I have a bunch more ready to make. Just looking in my box of goodies, I have things here, and I'll put it to the side of me so I can find them when I need them. I have my stack of cards, and I'll start with whatever's on top. Okay, so this one I've messed up. So we're getting the messed up one out of the way straight away. And I also need to find some black gems for this, which I have in my stash. I was just too lazy to go and get them. I wanted to get this filmed so I could get it edited. I'm starting with this beautiful grey background. It's kind of like a lacy florally pattern. Now, this die is my nemesis. You can see I've chopped this edge off, and that is because this die is not symmetrical and I don't like it. These 2 sides here are not cut out to give the same pattern. So you have these nice little cutouts to the side, and then these 2 are missing. And also it is the biggest pain in my patootie to cut. I had to do a lot of trial and error to get it to cut through, and then I didn't realise until after I'd cut it that it was not symmetrical, and that just hurts my brain. So what I decided to do was add it to the side of the card. This is one of my first attempts at cutting it out, and most of the pieces in the centre won't pop out. A lot of them are going to be hard to pop out, so that's trash. I've got my Helmar glue, and I'm going to just start putting some down, try and hit all the points. If I had gotten this to actually cut properly, I could have used double-sided adhesive sheets on the back of it, but because it doesn't cut properly, I'm not inclined to do that. I'm going to try and centre this, and then I need to push that down. Now, here's where I messed up. This didn't 100% foil properly, so what I did was took a pen, but I didn't realise that it wasn't a permanent marker, and it smudged all over the place. So I do have another one of these, and they're all in a container with all my sentiment strips that I foiled over here. I have the gold version for now, so we'll just place that on top. and pretend everything is hunky-dory. And then what I'm going to do is go and add some black gems around just to finish it off, which will work really well with that black sentiment. And then we'll have a sympathy card. But nothing is going right with this card, so I'll get there in the end. Sometimes it's just like that. And for anyone interested in what that horrible die is, it is just called Mandala. I really don't know what happened in the making of that one, because when you look at the front, it is all like it is supposed to be. Moving on. Next, I've taken a bunch of the collectibles. I had to actually go and get one from an unopened packet because I'd used one on the wrong card. So I needed a new one. Sending All My Love is from the paper pad. Then I have 2 tickets from the collectibles, and this was actually the strip of 3 that I said that I would cut down to get more out of, and they are going to go like that. But first I will place my flower so I can work out the placement of everything else. I'm going to add a lot of glue to this so I can still move things underneath it. Now, I've just got tape already on the back of these. Done something wrong. Good thing I used a lot of glue because I don't think that's where I wanted it. Would help if I took the back off that one. I didn't want to cover up any of the flower there, so I've just stuck that in a way that it doesn't cover up anything under there. And now I can work out where these are all going to go. This piece is from one of the sheets of paper that I have chopped up into ephemera. And I'm going to add a bunch of glue to the back of this circle, which is a Poppy Crafts stitched circle. And I'll let that one dry, and that one is completely finished. And I know I forgot to mention, this is a Spellbinders glimmer plate with Couture Creations foil and used in the Go Presser foil. Next I have another floral one. I'm going to build from the bottom up. I have this strip that was left over from something else, so I decided to use it on here. I hope if I put the middle bit down first. I have the wood grain, the top strip, and I have this timeless frame. Oh my goodness. I also need the sticker book for this, and I should have read my card. Hopefully I stuck it on the right side. I should have read my card before I started. But I'm going to first grab this little black banner from the sticker book, and I'm going to add that up here. This piece of chipboard is from the chipboard that goes with this collection, and I have just gessoed it. I am using this flower, and I am missing some leaves. So I'm adding in the sticker underneath my little chipboard. I have a leaf here that must have fallen out of something, so I'll use that, and I'm just going to work out where I want my leaves to go. Oh. I think I like how that looks. So what I'm going to do is add a huge amount of glue to the back of this. If I need to, I can keep moving it around. I'm going to add that on there. Then I'm just going to add some glue to my little stems. The reason I haven't stuck this down is because I want to be able to get all of these in the right place and then add that. I'll peel the strips from the sentiment and add a little bit of glue to hold it on. I'm just giving a few little drops. That's secured really well. And just push everything down. This is the lace stamp from the stamp set. I stamped it with Rose Madder, which is the same colour I used on the butterfly, but I didn't like how it turned out. The Rose Madder looks better here than it does on the butterfly, so I need to fix that. I've already taped these together, but I think I glued it first. So I can't pull it apart, and it's crooked and it's doing my head in. But what can you do? And then I'm going to add some tape to the back of this because I forgot. Now here is the flower I haven't fully made. So I've used, this one is the Flora Peony. I actually have the Flora Daisy as well, which I used on this card. What I did was I got this kit. I was lucky, Spotlight had it on clearance for $10. So I grabbed one. Sizzix has brought out a bigger one now, but this is enough for most of what you need. To do the centre, I just took 3 of the stamen strips and twisted them on here. This has a quilling end and glued them down. Then I've taken my ball tool and worked the edges of my petals, and then I flip it over and work the center a little, and I've done that on this piece as well. These pieces are all from the 12x12 collection. I've just cut strips wide enough for the dies and cut a couple of each, and that way I could flip the flower over and decide what colour I wanted to use. Oh, that one's made from a leftover strip from one of the cards. I just decided to cut up some of the strips that were wide enough and turn them into flowers as well, because I needed some extra flowers. All I do is plop a glob of glue in the middle, add in my centre flower and try and get it where I want it. And then I'm going to add a big amount of glue to the centre. I have this, and I'm still trying to decide whether I want to add the flower or not. I'm going to work out my placement, wondering if I should add the postcard as well. Just grabbed my card sketch out to have a look. I don't know if you can see that. Just going to place it beside me for a second and work out what I was doing. Not sure it needs that one. Now I'm going to stick everything down. This Best Wishes on Your Special Day is from the paper pad, one of the pop outs at the back. Still not sure about this flower, but I'm going to add it anyway. Again, I'll add a big glob of glue in the middle of this. It'll give me time to slide it around. There's another card made. I need to cut these strips. These are just my file folders that I managed to snag cheap. I think they were $1 a packet. You effectively get 10 sheets of foolscap size metallic cardstock with a nice mirror finish. I need to try and somewhat just center this. And then I'm just going to add a bead of glue up the side. Again, this is just one of the pieces of paper from the collection that I've cut out all the pieces from. And so it's quite flimsy, so I'm going to back it with a piece of white cardstock. And then I have a piece of foam. I've got the leftover piece of silver that I'm going to layer behind that. And I'm going to remove the cat hair. Add a bunch of glue to this. Try and get it centered. Going to add tape to the sides of this because it's going to have that strip in the middle. I think I'll add a double layer of tape just to make it a little thicker. I'm going to add glue on the back of this. And then I'm going to add my love you sentiment right over the top. And there we have another finished card. I thought that would make a great anniversary card maybe. Well, this one, this is where I was stuck with Mojo. So what I did was I googled card sketches and it reminded me of this angled paper. And so I just took that from the sketch. I didn't use any other part of the sketch, just the angled paper. And then I've designed a card, and I need the sticker book again. Says I need a flower cluster and the love sticker. This is the love sticker. I need to remember which flower cluster it was. Again, I'm going to check my phone, and it is this flower cluster here. I'll stick that one upside down there as well. Now I'll add this to my base, and I'm sorry, I'm sure you can hear the whippersnippering, but I'm just going to keep filming, otherwise this video will never be made. And then I have love. I couldn't decide whether I was adding this butterfly or not. I'm still not sure. I'm sticking my flower cluster down here. There's another finished card. That was a nice quick one. Of course, I have the other side of that to use as well. Let me know, do you think I should have the butterfly or no butterfly? Now this one is using the butterflies from the stamp set. same butterfly for all three. I just coloured them differently with some Copics and Pro markers. I have used B719 or Pastel Blue, R32 and R35. For the frame I got these off a Facebook page, so I'm not actually sure what brand they are. Just liked that they made frames. Didn't have any frames in my stash at the moment, so I grabbed them. Sometimes they don't label what they're selling. Background is the Lawn Fawn Windy Day background. I'm going to add my gold frame on top. Again, this is from those folders, file folders that I have. I have already cut an extra strip of gold for my banner, my sentiment. This is a Spellbinders Glimmer sentiment strip. And I'm just going to glue that down and then work out where I want my 3 butterflies. And I'll add glue to the back of them. Again, these were cut with my Scan and Cut. And then I'll add the other outside one, and that way I can centre my middle one a little better. Once I finished fiddling with the butterflies, there is another card done, but I will come back and add tiny little bits of foam behind these top wings when it's dry. Here is the top of that panel that I used before. Battery's probably going to die at some point. I'm hoping I can get these finished, but we'll see. I have my birthday wishes sentiment, which I've cut a panel cardstock for, as it is not a very strong one and I want to raise it up. I stamped birthday wishes on it, and that is from the birthday wishes stamp set. Funny that. Now I'm going to add some foam to the back and just place it there for now while I work out where everything is going. Get the clock up the right way. Add in a flower. My leaves. Again, I'm just going to check my phone and see what I had planned, but I think I've swapped it around, I'm not sure. This was my original plan, but I've changed my mind. I actually prefer the clock on that side, so I think we'll go with this. And I'm just going to glue the leaves down first. Now I'm going to add a bunch of glue to the back of this. And I just realised I've added my flower way too far across. So I may need to add an extra leaf under there. Lucky I have some spares over here. Add on my sentiment. And there is another card done. The next card I have coloured in the floral cluster from the stamp set. I used the same Copics as before, and then I added in YG45 and G46 for my leaves. I layered up 3 congrats from Kaisercraft, and I'm just going to work out where I want to place that. I'm going to put glue on the back of it, and then I'm going to place that how I want it. Add glue behind my congrats. And then I have Time to Celebrate, and I think I'm going to go with the rose gold just because it's a little different than all the gold I've already done. And I'm going to add Time to Celebrate above the congrats. Now I have this one. This is a really quick and simple card. I had this paper scrap left and I decided that I really wanted to use it. So I'm going to try and center this nicely. I will have to trim my card down. Then I'm going to add a silver strip on either side. And next I've just layered up the Thinking of You die cut from Kaisercraft. I need to get some more of their word dies. And I really wanted that flower to be a focus. So I'm keeping this one nice and simple. I will trim the card later, but my battery is going to die, so I'm just going to trim it for now and I will chop it down later. And finally, the last card. Oh, and it has to be a difficult one. Oops. So what I have are all these strips and I've got to work out where I want them. These are all just offcuts from the strips at the top of the paper when I cut them down to fit my card size. Add them all onto this backing paper. Then I am grabbing my paper trimmer and I am going to trim off all these ends. I'm going to trim a tiny bit off this end. And there I have my card panel for the base of my card. And I ended up doing everything the wrong way around, but that's alright. It doesn't matter. Now I'm just adding this to the bottom of the card. Then I've got another strip of pink and I am just adding it here. I'm swapping the darker side for the lighter side so that that's not quite the same. They are the same piece of paper, but by doing that it doesn't feel quite the same. And then I am adding glue to my sentiment, which is from the collectibles. Some friendships are timeless. I am placing that down on top, and that is a quick simple way to use some scraps, and that also was inspired by another sketch, just that bottom section. If I have time before my battery runs out, we'll have a look through all these cards. And I still have lots and lots of leftovers. I tried to use every piece of paper about from the paper pad to make these 20 cards. This is the one I did last, Some Friendships Are Timeless. And we have our flower cluster with these beautiful flowers on the side that I didn't want to cover up, and a couple of tickets. I was meant to use this on the edges of this card. I'm not sure if I could probably pull it off and do it, but I'm not going to do that now because my battery's about to run out. I totally forgot that I was going to edge that card. Then we have the first of the diagonally cut paper and the second one. This one's a bit more simple. I think it needs something else. I'm not sure it's the butterfly though, because the butterflies aren't quite the same colour and it weirds me out. They've got more of a purple hue than the paper does. Then this one, which I need to find another black with sympathy or make another one and then add some gems to, so that one's not finished, I'm sorry. And the coloured butterflies from the stamp set. Nice panel. I thought it would make a great maybe wedding card for someone or an anniversary card. Another Some Friendships Are Timeless with the big chipboard. I wanted to make that a focus with a flower. King of You. One I just made, which was nice and quick and simple, offcut of the piece of paper that I used somewhere else, and then I will trim that end bit off. Time to Celebrate with the floral cluster that I Copic coloured. Do All Things With Love from the stamp set, and then this is another background. It's like wallpaper, and it's a Kaisercraft stamp, but I can't remember what it's called. And this is the inlay technique. Tone on tone, it's just raised up. You can see it a lot clearer in person. I'm not sure how clear it is on screen. I'm wishing you the happiest of days. I do need to fix this butterfly because I don't like it. It's the little things in life. And I have this one that I've used one of the curios with that says love you, and I've got the big butterfly up there. And I've used the posy circle and I've turned it so that the flowers are under there, and then I've covered it with a flower. And I have the big floral cluster with These Are the Moments We Can't Put Into Words. Then I've made my own floral cluster and I haven't put a sentiment on it. I don't know whether I will or if I will just leave it like that. The big butterfly, Live for the Moments You Can't Put Into Words. Congratulations, which I think would make a great engagement or wedding card. And I used the postcard and Family Where Life Begins and Love Never Ends. I was going to make that a Mother's Day card. And then, and so together they build a life they loved. These are all the cards I have made with the Ladylike collection. There's a lot. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. My social media and blog will be linked below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.